I just realized I was on mute. let's play it again.
You clearly don't share that same sentiment. Do you think it is essential that you sign forward, or would you be very happy?
Sorry, I don't share what?
The same sentiment that you have to sign forward this month, or do you?
Have I ever said no to a striker?
No, but you can feel it's a necessity, do you?
How do you say that?
You do feel it's a necessity.
I don't understand the question.
Okay. I'm saying so many people outside the club seem to think that Arsenal have to sign forward this month.
So what is my opinion?
Yes.
That's what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay, my opinion is clear. We lost two very, very important players, Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Jesus. So we lack goals, we lack people, we lack options in the front line. It's clear.
Mr. Manager, yeah, like he didn't know what the man was saying when he started out. He simply asked a simple question. He asked, do you think we need a striker? And he wants to try to flip it, wants to try to flip it. That was Mikel Arteta. I'm not sure if you can hear it too well. I have to see if I can break this down, audio down later on. We'll go from there. But let's get right into it. This is the call-in show. I'm going to go ahead and put this out here. We're going to go ahead and drop the link. Y'all bear with me here. We'll get y'all up here. We're going to be here for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And yeah, early, Andrew. Andrew, it is early, bro. Trust me, that's why I'm late. I had to get up, and then I had to try to get it sorted out. And then I ate something bad last night, so I couldn't even make it to the computer right away. I was like, whoop, had to V-line it. And then finally I got up and was like, you know what, let me get to moving and go ahead and get this out there. But we're here, bro. We're here. Let me get this. Let's get this set up here. Y'all bear with me here. Get this in the chat because I want to pin it. We get y'all up here. All right, we're gonna be rotating people in and out. So when you come in, we're gonna have you say we're gonna rotate in and out. When you come in, you have to have your camera on so I can see you. We're gonna come up here. We're gonna keep everything cordial. I don't want anybody cussing each other out, fighting, arguing. This is gonna be a forum. We can talk. We're gonna talk about a little everything. So, y'all bear with me here. Bear with me. All right. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. I'm going to pin it to the top. It is there. Y'all come on up, file in. We're going to talk about this manager. While we do that, I'm going to see if I can pull this audio down that y'all could not hear. If I can pull it down, I will. And then that way we'll have it. But, yep, get your cameras on. It's a request. Everybody want to do the call-in show. We're going to have it this morning. Y'all come on up. I see Thomas filing in the back. We're going to let people file in, and then we're going to get you in. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can pull this audio down for y'all. Yeah, come on in the building. We're going to have a fun discussion about this manager. Let's see here. Let me add this to this folder, and we'll be good to go. We're going to talk about this transfer window. That's a mess, and I'll tell you why I have completely changed my stance on this ownership. And the people are going to wonder, what am I talking about? And when I tell you, it'll make a lot of sense. It'll make a lot of sense to a lot of people. Yep. All right, let me get this in. I got the audio downloaded. I'm going to upload it here to StreamYard, and we're going to make life a little bit easier, and y'all should be able to hear it pretty clear. Should be able to hear it. Let's see. Let's see. I just had it. All right. Let me see. What did the file in come in at? Okay. All right. We got people filing in. I see Brother Aaron is in the building. Oh, Tops is in the building. Morning. What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? What's up, my man? You good?
Good, man. Good. Gentlemen, how y'all doing this morning, man? Afternoon, across the pond, brother. How y'all doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, my man. How are you guys, man? Big up to the panel as always. Big up everyone.
Living the dream.
So let's open it up here. I got this. I got the audio. I think it's up now. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. This is probably what y'all couldn't hear. This is from this morning's press conference with the gaffer.
Are they a legend? Wayne Rooney.
Legend.
Oh, no, that's the wrong one. The damn sure ain't that. Hold on, let me see if I can do this again here. I hate when that happens. Let me see if I can find it again. Oh, I know what I did. I clicked the wrong one. All right. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
Do you share that same sentiment?
Yeah, man.
Do you think
Yeah.
would you sign it forward, or would you be very happy with
Sorry, I don't share what?
the same sentiment that you have to sign it forward this month? Or do you?
Have I ever said no to a striker?
No, but you don't feel it's a necessity, do you?
How do you say that?
You do feel it's a necessity.
I don't understand the question.
I'm saying so many people outside the club seem to think that Arsenal have to sign forward this month.
So what is my opinion?
Yes.
That's what you're asking.
Yes.
Okay, my opinion is clear. We lost two very, very important players, Bukayo Saka and Gabi Jesus. So we lack goals, we lack people, we lack options in the front line. It's clear.
Now he says we lack options in the front, we lack goals, we lack players. But I'm gonna play some more audio. For y'all, and then we're gonna open this thing up. Because we have to put things. One thing I like to do is put things in perspective so that people can see. Because you hear what he's saying right there, right? And what's the day? The day is the 24th of January. We're 7 days away from the window closing, right? He said we let everybody together. He said we let players, we let goals, we need bodies. That's what he said, right? That's what he just said out of his mouth. Okay, all right. I just want to make sure. Hold on. Just hold tight. Because I did this yesterday with Brother Tony Claude. I'm going to play it again.
Meanwhile, Arteta, talking about transfers, says perfection in this league requires different standards to relate that word to... Sorry, let me start that again. Perfection in this league requires different standards to relate that word to winning the Premier League. We know there are certain positions that we want to improve and give the squad better resources, especially in terms of numbers where we are very short. We are so close. There are moments where we had really fine margins. It's all about the depth of the squad, James. It seems to be Arteta's target this summer.
Now, that was this summer. That what you heard was this summer. So how do we arrive at this situation, gentlemen? How do we arrive at this situation? I'll tell y'all how we arrived at this situation. A check was cut this summer. A check was given to Mikel Arteta this summer. And what did he do with the check, ladies and gentlemen? He went right down there to Moreno Boulevard and Calafiore Drive. And he went and brought both of them players in. He brought in Neto. And now the rent's come due. And he don't have any money to pay them.
He made the wrong turn, Matty. He made the wrong turn, mate.
Yep. Aaron, take it away, bro. Y'all open it up. Yeah.
Listen, mate. We all know that, yeah. So in terms of, let's go for argument's sake, and let's start right at the beginning, the transfer window. This was a massive pivotal window for a couple of reasons. Like what Mikel Arteta sort of saying, maybe it's fine margins, yeah. 2 points behind Manchester City. This was a fantastic opportunity for us to close that gap. What do? We piss it all up the wall. Sorry, Matty.
Right. Hey, this is an adult zone, so you're fine.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, what do? We pissed it all up the wall, yeah, on Calafiore and Mikel Moreno, right? We spent 35 to 40 million pound on a average basic midfielder. We now know in hindsight is just that. With 1 year left on his deal, and he negotiated it via carrier pigeon because it took about 6 weeks to get done. It's embarrassing. We now know that's the wrong player. We thought that Calafiore was going to unlock the left back situation, and we thought then in turn Mikel Merino and then working in tandem is going to unlock Martinelli. But these two can't even unlock themselves first, let alone poor Martinelli, who's fell off a cliff, by the way. We've invested this sort of amount of squad on very basic average players. Calafiore is a second to third choice player. Mikel Merino is a fourth choice player. He's probably behind Jorginho, and we've spent all our transfer budget on this lot. Did we close the gap to Manchester City, who, by the way, now again in hindsight, one, have fallen off the league themselves, and two, didn't really spend that much in the summer anyway. They were so gettable. And what did we do? We went round them wrong avenues, mate. Our Calafiore court, mate. We didn't need to go down there. Mikel Merino Avenue, mate. We didn't want to go down there either. And the hindsight and the proof in the pudding. We are now 24th of January, and we know these players are basic, average at best. Did we do enough? What happened to, I'm going to maximise every transfer window, Mikel? You haven't maximised one transfer window yet. I think I've said to you before, Matty, if we had have just signed no one and kept Emile Smith-Rowe and Reece Nelson, we'd have had a 3 times better transfer window.
On paper, yeah.
We would have 100%. Even if we'd have just kept ESR and signed no one else. It's an absolute shambles. And we get to ourselves, like you said, Matty, with seven days left in this transfer window. You look, right, we might end up signing someone. I very much doubt it, but we might end up signing someone who could be potentially impactful. Why haven't we done that 23 days ago? In the meantime of then, we've gone out of 2 cups. I was going to say 1 cup, but we're almost out of it with Newcastle. We've gone out an FA Cup. You know, we've lost points in the league again. Let's just say, for argument's sake, this regime had any form of ambition, they'd have gone Sporting. I know you want to keep him till the end of the season, but it's got release clause. Unlucky. There's 85 million. You're going to be without your main geezer for the foreseeable. We'll have him. With Gyökeres, yeah, we'd have probably not lost as heavily to Newcastle, maybe. We'd probably still say be within a shout. We'd still be in the FA Cup, and maybe we'd have clawed our way back in the league title. But what we're going to do now is, I fear, Matty, and I fear, gentlemen, big up panel, big up the chat, I feel we're going to end up signing someone like Acuna, who's absolute basic at best. Again, he's going to fit right in, boys. Do you know why he's going to fit right in? Because he's bloody average. He doesn't score anywhere near enough goals, and the only thing he needs is an injury record, and he'll fit absolutely right in at Arsenal. Just blend in. We don't need no one to blend in. We need someone to rip that book right up like Nicholas Anelka did in 1998. Someone that's going to come in and go, bam, there you go. The script's ripped up. Have a look at him. Look at the way Ian Wright say, sorry, that's a bit of me. Apologies for that. You know, you look at the way like Ian Wright say talks about Dennis Bergkamp when he came into the building. We looked up and we thought, oh shit, we need to raise our levels here, boys. This geezer's come in and these classes above. We need to get up our level. We're not going to get that with Acuna. We're not going to get that with a Sesko. We might get it with a Gyökeres, but we're probably not going to sign him. It's going to be that cop out again, boys. And I'll stop because I realise I'm going on. But it's going to be that cop out of we're going to wait till the right player. What a cop out that is, gentlemen. Oh, we're going to wait till the right player. You've waited 5 years. You've waited 5 years. He signed someone now. You can't just go on next summer, you know, is the right summer. Come on, boys. You know, I'll let someone else go, but it's very frustrating. You can probably hear it in my voice. It's annoying.
Yeah, I mean, I told Tony Clark Gunner this yesterday. We had a discussion about this. And you know how you have an epiphany, something just pops in your head. You're like, man, I didn't, something you didn't think about. I thought about something. Anybody that's American, Carl is on here with me. He'll know this. We both follow NFL. We both Patriots fans, by the way. So he follows NFL just like I do. Now, how long I don't know how long I don't know how long he's followed, how many years, but he'll ride with me on this. The Cronkies. And I'm going to say something that's going to throw a lot of people for a loop today. This is probably going to get clipped up, but I'm going to throw this out there because I'm just about positive this is what I'm about to say is true. I have never seen the Cronkies in all my years of watching the NFL, and I've been watching the NFL a very long time. Very, very, very long time. I've never seen them give a manager the amount of money that they've given Mikel Arteta to do business. I've never seen them bring in super marquee players for the Rams.
Well, Matty, can I have an outsider's view on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a West Ham fan and I like coming on these podcasts because like I can take my West Ham hat off and put another club's hats on. I had a season ticket at West Ham when I was like 7 years old, for 11 years. I'm not saying I know a lot about football, but I've been watching Arsenal for years. And to me, it's like, I don't really rate Arteta, but I can put him to one side and go, even if you get in the Ancelottis, the Mourinhos, you get Sir Alex back. I'm telling you, you wouldn't win anything with them. You wouldn't win anything major because it all stems from the top. I've seen you through the 2010s, the 2020s. I'm sorry, but how do you have a manager that has no experience and you trust him and Ariba more than a manager previous that's done stuff in Europe? To me, if I'm an Arsenal fan, the alarm bells are going off. You're backing the wrong horse again. And the only reason he kept Wenger in is because what? You wanted top four. And they could have trusted him to get top four. Near the end, that fell off. what, 2 years in a row you didn't finish top 4. So that was a bet, man. They had to get someone else in, and they'd rather trust inexperienced manager than someone like Unai Emery. I'm not saying he was going to win you leagues, but he just shows the state of the mindset of your club, and the mindset of the club always comes from the owners. I can say it for myself. You know, it always goes back to the owners.
See, Tom. This is the thing. I'm in direct agreement with you on that, and this is where I have my. See, people think, oh man, you know, it's all the Cronkies. So you have to. It's twofold. You have to break it down this way, because a lot of first thing to do, most of our fans do, they default directly to the ownership. Oh, the ownership's no good. They hadn't done anything. But then we have to stop and realize that they've given him 800 million.
Yeah, but they've given the wrong people the 800 million. I've said it all the time.
This is true. This is true. Wait a minute. This is true. And my biggest gripe with them is that he consistently fails, and they keep him in the position. I think that's the discussion that needs to be had. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
If the longer you keep him here, he keeps doing this. You're saying to everybody that it's okay for you to put up with this. It's all a sham. Arteta's in on it. The Cronky's in on it. Ato's in on it. Wynn is in on it. All of them.
Yeah, but they look online, Matty.
He's in on it.
And they all agree with
Can I jump in with a point just quick, yeah? And it's what Tommy's basically saying, and it's absolutely right. About giving this money to the right manager. The University of Arsenal chose to have a fresher, Mikel Arteta, in 2009 in December. Who did Everton get in around the same amount of time? Carlo Ancelotti. There you go. We've chose to give 750 million pounds to the wrong man. Do you reckon Carlo Ancelotti would have chose Everton over Arsenal? No, Arsenal chose Arteta over Ancelotti. Yeah, well, madness.
And the thing about it, we hadn't heard. I would have to say, and it's probably been said at a bar somewhere, in a restroom, by a pool. I would reckon they probably say we made a mess here, but they so far in deep they can't fix it with this manager. They can fix it, they just don't want to fix it now. See, everybody everybody's got their hands in on it. See, this is why Edu left. I'm starting to put it together now. I'm starting to look at this Edu thing, and y'all know how everybody who follow me know how I felt about one Edu. Now, Edu got up out of here very quickly. Early in the season, he ran. He's like, you know what, y'all can have it. I'm out of here. I got a new job lined up. For him to already have the job lined up meant he'd already been looking.
Yeah, but
Go ahead, Aaron.
No, I was just going to say, there's too many Chiefs and not enough Indians in your club. Everyone wants to be the leader. But at the end of the day, if I was Stan, I'll take the reins and go, look, you're not good, get out. But instead, everyone wants to take the lead. There's no actual leader. Like, I don't know who's running things at your club. I get some sources say it's Arteta, then I say it's Josh, then it was Edu, now he's gone. It's like, who's actually running the club? Who's actually making the decisions?
It's like a collaborative issue. As they say, it's a collaborative effort. Everybody's in on it.
There's too many fingers in the pie, isn't there?
Yep. Let's get some other people in here. Static. What's your thoughts, brother?
What, the whole thing, or just lately?
Discussion. Yeah, on a discussion.
It's day 24, and we still haven't signed a striker and an attacking midfielder and potentially a left winger. Yeah, we're not going to sign anyone this month. But we only have ourselves to blame.
This is what I told you.
Kyle.
No, I'm just putting it in there. He has brought up what I said. I've been a Rams fan for 30 years, bro. The coach Sean McVay once complained that the office is so cheap that there were no windows, and this is after they won the Super Bowl. So when you stop and think about it, and Arteta's been given the money. He's been given the money. This is what I was trying to tell. The money is there. The money's there. It's been given. It's documented. He had the money. And I believe this past summer, they said, hey, we're going to give you, 100 or whatever million. And we're going to see where we are. He probably told me, I need a striker. We got to compete with City. And then you look up and what did we go? I just told y'all we went right over here. Let me pull it right back up so y'all can see it. This is where we went. Well, I took it down.
Matty,
Matty,
whilst you do that, can I talk briefly about Cunha?
Yeah. Go ahead. Talk about this Cunha situation.
No, first of all, I've actually watched Cunha for years when he played for Hertha Berlin in the Bundesliga. And right now, in my opinion, I think he's a good player. He's a decent player, but he's not the player that Arsenal need or want. And especially the fact that he's never scored 20 goals in a league season ever in his career. He's about the same as Jesus. He's scored between 12 to 14 in total ever in his career. So, yeah, he's not the answer. Plus, we need someone that has more bite up front, like, you know, one that's a bully physically. So I'll give you examples like Arteta or Chris Wood. I'd be happy with one of those two this month. Just especially that the way we're always putting constant crosses into the box, you know, and no one's able to header. And we've got one of the worst headers in our lineup, 29 Havertz. He can't even head a goal from 10 yards out. Or even 5 yards. It's just even when he's trying to chip a ball in front of goal, just he misses from 3 yards out. But like I said, Cunha is not the answer. So it's just Cunha is not the answer. Šeško or Sesko is not the answer. Which, by the way, mate, we had that that last show last summer where you went into complete meltdown after that, which is true. And you got your wish. Sesko never came to Arsenal, and it looks like he's still not coming. Which, hallelujah.
Static. I can add stats on to what you said about Cunha as well. So this season, 21 apps, 10 goals, 4 assists. Not too bad, so we're halfway through. But still, last season, 14 goals. The season before, 17 apps, 2 goals. The season before, he was in the Liga, 29 apps, 6 goals. We are not dealing with someone that's going to come in and score us them goals, be a predator, 20 to 30, get us over the line.
You don't move the needle.
You're right, Static.
Aaron, like I said, Aaron, he's very much like Jesus. He's the most goals he ever scored is 14. Cunha is the same.
The same as Vlahovic, the same as Tesco. Like these guys, they're not an upgrade on what we're getting. That is just the hard facts of it. Do you know what I mean? So you're absolutely right. Cunha, he don't push the needle. Do you know what I mean? What Cunha's going to get us across the line? Even the guys you were saying, my bro, and I've got no problem with that. Arteta and players of that ilk, but
Chris Wood.
And Chris Wood. No one was looking at those players before, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you've got... Go on.
Sorry to interrupt. They're still not going for they're still not looking at these players at the moment. It's the absolute total snobbishness of our fan base. Just like, I don't want Arteta. They're not like, they don't fit the style. I was like, what style is that?
Like Chris Wood, not brilliant, pretty name.
Yeah. I mean, all of these players are an upgrade on what we've got, but can you rely on them to get us across the line? Do they really push the needle for most people? And most people wouldn't have said these guys beforehand, but we're so starving, and that's the reason why I wanted to come on. So big up Matty, big up the panel, the chat, everyone letting me on. This is what I want to talk about. Let's try and change the expectations of our fan base, because this ain't a big club, guys. It ain't a big club. We don't act our way. Okay, we don't act our way. We charge all this money for season tickets, for merch. You can't buy 3 hot dogs at the stadium without spending 60 quid. Like, why? Why? When have we ever been a big club, guys? You've got the best January that we've seen in a minute. Release clauses galore. It's delicious, as Turkish says. Why are we sitting on our hands? We know what we didn't do last summer. We all know that. The same for Man City. Even though I would say that they had a better transfer window than us, getting Savio and Gundo on paper, it's still a better transfer window than us. However, they've played terrible this year. Okay, they've had injuries galore, like most of the teams in the league. And look what they've done in January. So something that's so hard for Arsenal to do. It's always been hard for Arsenal to do in January, right? And then we've got a big dagger in Marmoush going to City. That one killed me. Just like Sancho and Neto going to Chelsea, that one killed me, bro. Like, that's something that we really could have done with. And are you fans just not sick and tired of seeing these quality players go elsewhere? Because we don't need bodies at the moment. We need quality, So maybe we need to change our expectations a little bit. That's the kind of message I'm trying to push at the moment.
Go ahead, Static. And then we're going to get top 6. We'll get called.
I was going to say, my top 4 strikers, any one of these two, I would be happy to sign this month. As I said, were obviously Chris Wood, Arteta, but these are all based on current form. So Arteta, Chris Wood, Duran, and Watkins. But obviously, we know Arsenal, they're not going to go for these players because, look, I'm not saying they're, and just to be clear to you guys, the panel and live chat, I'm not saying they're going to get this team over the line, but we need someone that's, you know, you can rely on, that's going to put the ball in the back of net. Whereas 29, yeah. Moving on.
All right, Tops, what's your thoughts? Glad to have you on.
Yeah, bro. Thanks for having me on, man. Just to go on, obviously, on your point about obviously Arteta, what he said in the press conference. For me, I think it's a bit rich that he's coming out and saying that he wants a striker and all this, considering obviously in the summer he was saying that these are the best owners of all time. So for me, you lose that privilege when you gas up these owners and say they're the greatest of all time, and now you're moaning that you don't get a striker. For me, you don't wash with me. Like, it's one or the other. You can't have both. And for me, it just goes down to Arteta's decision makings in all these transfer windows combined, man. The fact that he spent so much money on 3, 4, 5 goalkeepers, replacing keeper after keeper after keeper, Matt Turner, getting in Ramsdale and replacing him for David Raya. Then apparently you wanted Garcia for another 25 million euros this summer. It's like you're wasting our resources on replacing your own signings. Same with the left back situation, getting in Zinchenko, getting in Savage, getting in now Calafiori, and then you look at the likes of Lewis Skelly, how he's performing. He's been better than Calafiori as a whole this season. Lewis Skelly's probably been better than Calafiori and Moreno in terms of what he's been doing on the ball, off the ball, defensively, going forward, progressive passes, and all this stuff. And it's thinking we could have saved that 43 mil and gone towards a striker. Then you look at towards the attacking options like Kai Havertz, spending 65 mil. He's our highest paid player, and yeah, he's a decent backup. But we could have used that resources better on a high-profile player. We're in the Champions League now. We should be linked with a high echelon of players, and we're not. We're still linked with players that we were getting when we were in the Europa League, when we're even in Europe. So I just think it's a massive ripple and snowball effect on the poor signings he's made in terms of replacing his own signings time after time and not actually highlighting the forward line. We're still playing Martinelli. Martinelli was at the club before he even got here. We still have Saka in our front line. Great player. But where is his backup? We've been saying about 4 or 5 years in a row, Saka's playing too many games. He's going to get injured. Lo and behold, his Tory hamstring. He's out probably for the rest of the season. And we also as fans could all see this coming. We all knew that Saka was going to break down at some stage. He's been playing week in, week out, playing in the Euros, playing at the World Cup, no rest, never gets subbed off. And now you're seeing what happens when you don't address situations, when you don't strengthen accordingly. And for me, I think Arteta doesn't have a leg to stand on, to be honest. I agree with you guys. Like, he's at 700 mil. That's a lot of money, man. That is a lot of money for us to even challenge, win a few cups. Like, I don't mind, like, win an FA Cup, win a League Cup, like, people, like, forget that we were in the Europa League 2 years ago and we got knocked out by Sporting Lisbon. That was a major opportunity to win a European trophy. I'm not seeing any, because obviously I'm still 30, so I'm not seeing us actually win one. So I've never seen one. Bro, this is what I'm trying to say, bro. This is what I'm trying to say. What an opportunity to win. And we got knocked out by a team that didn't even get to the final. It's absolutely disgrace, man. I just think he's dumped us out of so many competitions, time after time, losing 1-0 at home to Championship Forest a couple of seasons ago in the FA Cup. Obviously, it looks like we're out the League Cup now, 2-0 down. I can't see us bringing that. We got beat by 10 men, Man United at home on penalties. Like, these are things that add up to your resume. And yeah, we've challenged for the league, but if you don't win that, you've got to be winning other trophies, especially with the amount of money we spent. It's absolutely ridiculous, man. And for me, I just think us as a fan base, we just got played in the summer. We were 2 points off Man City, and that's the transfer window we had. The dross, Sterling on loan, Neto on loan. This is what we were produced, we were given after nearly coming an inch close to Manchester City. Where are the big signings? Where are the top level signings? Is it the case where the Cronkies don't trust Arteta anymore because he's spunked or wasted all this money on Havertz? He's wasted all this money on these left backs and right backs that don't obviously improve the team, and he's now replacing. Obviously, we're looking like we're going to sell Zinchenko now, so he's had a 2-year worth of a reign at Arsenal. Jesus is going to get sold.
Watch this, and he'll go straight to Dortmund, and he'll go right in the midfield. Watch what I tell you now.
100%, bro, 100%. We've not seen him once in the midfield at Arsenal, and he'll go there and plays obviously midfield for Ukraine. It's just all these decision makings, and don't get me started on playing like Partey right back and all this kind of like, bro. There's so much wrong with obviously the club and the management at the minute, man. It's actually crazy. But for me, I can't feel sorry for Arteta because he's had the money. He's chose to spend it on areas and replace his own signings without obviously strengthening the attacking areas. And for me, him, if he doesn't win anything, obviously he has to go, man. In my opinion, he has to go. Like he's had enough time and money, and for me, he has to be moved on. We're just getting another manager with a better CV and has obviously a plethora of winning trophies, and we go from there, boys. But that's just my opinion, man. Sorry about the rant, but yeah,
it's okay. I'm gonna add this, and we're gonna go to call, and then we'll go to Preta. Look here. I don't think people realize how big this game is tomorrow. This is a massive game tomorrow.
Huge, man.
If we drop points tomorrow, City win, Villa win, Newcastle win, we are in a mess. There's 7 points that separate us from second to eighth. People don't even realize it. All you've been hearing the last week or two, oh man, we're in second place. We're in second place. What you complain? We're in second place. We're only a game or two of drop points away from outside the top four, just like that. And then next weekend, if we drop points tomorrow and play City next weekend, yeah, the view's already shaking his head because he know what I'm going to say. If we mess around here and lose that game next weekend against City, a draw, bro, will you let them right back in? Now they coming right back up over us again. And that's another feather in the cap. That would be crazy that we've been on top of them 2 months. 6 points.
And then fixtures, just quickly to add before you let someone else go. Aston Villa got West Ham at home, Manchester City got Chelsea at home, Newcastle got Southampton away, and Nottingham Forest have got Bournemouth.
See,
very feasible wins. Very feasible wins.
Yeah.
Carl, you've been patient, brother. What's your thoughts over there, my friend?
Everyone's been pretty much hitting the nail on the head with this. Okay, I put a little comment in the private chat, which is of this summer's goings alone. So we spent about 83.79 million on ingoings and about 108.9 million on outgoings. So a deficit of 25 million euro. You know, it's criminally bad practice. I keep saying this all the time, okay? The amount of fullbacks, or rather the amount of left backs that we have actually paid to bring in to apparently replace Kieran Tierney because he's not good enough anymore. It's just ridiculous. The goalkeeper situation is a absolutely disgusting thing. David Raya, as much as I think he has done better, I still think he's not as good as Emi Martinez, and I've said that for a long period of time. We're at a part of situation now where it just looks like Arteta now is cutting off his nose to spite his face. That little voice message that you sent out to us, and we just had to listen to, that is him down to a T. Where, you know, it's nice to see a reporter not call him out, but actually it's nice for a reporter to actually give him a question, which is an uncomfortable one, but it's not enough for you to kick that journalist out. He probably did get kicked out after saying that, but it was about time someone actually said that. And he tried to play dumb by saying I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that. So when the reporter tried to freaking dumb it down to layman's terms, you know,
he got arsey, didn't he? He got arsey after that.
He got the arseache with him. He really did. If he'd responded back with, "Oh, when did you think we needed to get a striker?" Then I would have just shut. I would just said, "When you fired Aubameyang."
One time.
Right, you out. You go. There you go. That's it. You ejected. This is the situation we are at now. We are in a, we are still in a league title race by the skin of our teeth, but it seems like every game now is must win, must win, must win, must win. What we have now, like 10, was it 9, 10 draws?
Yeah.
So far this season?
10. We've dropped, if I can remember correctly, I think we've dropped 12 points from a winning position this year. 12 points dropped from a winning position.
Yep.
It's criminal.
That's sackable in itself, you know.
I always say this on my show, just quickly to add in as well. We've released as many merchandise as we have Premier League wins, and it's the 24th of January. Where do you think the club's priorities are with that knowledge?
Yeah, not surprising. It's not surprising at all. I just think at the time, you know, we're just being run like a PR stunt at this minute in time. What more is this manager going to able to do in order to get us over the line? Because I said this now for like ever since we bottled top 4 against Tottenham, I had my doubts on this manager. That was when I've always said, Matty, you know me well enough because we're both Patriots fans. Okay, I've always said give a coach at least 2 years to establish what he's trying to do, and then try and go for the big one. And he hasn't done that. Has not done that, and I just feel like he should have got at least 2. He should have gone at least 2 years ago. You could have got a different high profile manager to get you over the line. He is our Spanish Brendan Rodgers. He can only take you so far before eventually he hits the brick wall. And I just getting sick and tired of the situation now where we've been crying out for a gunman since Aubameyang left. We're still crying out for a gunman since Aubameyang left. And I don't know how much more times this manager going to get. I don't think he has any dignity or any sort of great or be gracious enough to admit when he knows he can't do it, he can walk away and so on. It's just head scratching to say the least. And as I said, this is a PR stunt on this football club, and there has got to be some change. I'm hoping we find out on deadline day they've gone out a proper high profile striker, but I've got probably more chance getting a date with Sydney Sweeney than that happening. But anyway, I'll let everyone else take the floor.
All right, Preta, how you doing?
Hi, good morning, guys. So listen, I'm American, so I feel like you guys could get a point of view from an American person, a female that's an American, right? But my grandfather from the Caribbean been supporting Arsenal since the 60s, so you could pretty much say I was born and bred Arsenal, right?
Big up,
I keep telling people, Arteta never won anything. When people give him credit for that FA Cup, that's not his FA Cup. He inherited that team. He's never won anything. I don't understand the fascination with this manager. Like, I was at a bar the other day when Arsenal was playing. Who did we play? I think we were playing. This was like earlier in the season.
Oh, you talking earlier?
And then I'm telling people Arteta's not a good manager, and I was getting so many people jeering at me in the bar. You know what I'm saying? He's not a good man. All the gunmen we had, he got rid of. We had Aubameyang who helped him win the cup, who helped him win that FA Cup. He got rid of. I feel like he could have still made use of Pepe when he exiled Pepe out of the club. He could have. I feel like he could have got the best out of Lacazette. I feel all right. I used to run track and I used to play tennis competitively, right? When you're a coach or you manage a player, you manage a team, you're supposed to make the best out of their strengths. I'm looking at even soccer, even though soccer is our star boy, and he is the attacking, force in our team, he could get more out of soccer. Martinelli, it's so many players that has regressed under him. Martinelli, he could have got more out of Martinelli. Odegaard, he could get more out of Odegaard. He doesn't know how to strengthen, and he doesn't know how to improve his players. You know what I'm saying? He's afraid of strong personalities. I don't think Arteta, I feel like maybe he could have learned his trade somewhere else and probably move to a bigger club. But he's still a novice when it comes to a lot of things that makes you a good manager. And I'm gonna just say one more thing. I can't remember who said it, but somebody was like, "Yo, we're a PR club. We produce more merch than wins this season, right?" I said this on Twitter at the beginning of the season, and I got a lot of heat for it. We're just a Primark. We're just a Primark endorsed. We're just a Primark endorsed by Adidas. We're like a Primark endorsed Adidas. Seriously, we pump out all this merch as if we're a winning club. We don't have that. We've lost our spark. You don't hear much young kids say, "Oh, they support Arsenal," or we don't have that spark where we could pump out merch like that. If you're a club like Man City or Real Madrid pumping merch like that, I can see it's warranted. Even Man City, I don't see them pumping merch like that. But we're just a Primark endorsed, Adidas.
That's because their shirts sell enough. Ours don't, because we don't win anything.
We got the club making sales off of coats that fans wear to the game. That's what we are now.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
We're selling the plushie. We're selling the dog.
That whole they came out, I think, with an African kid or an Adidas inspired kid this season. I
call it the
first of all, we don't. I was gonna say, first of all, we don't even tour in Africa. When has Arsenal ever had friendly games in Africa, charity games in Africa? It's just a PR stunt. I don't think Arteta's a good manager. Ancelotti's available. He said this will be his last season with Real Madrid. Let's go. If we're a serious club, we would try to go get Ancelotti. Like if we're serious, if we're like, but you know how I knew we wasn't serious? This is how I knew we wasn't serious. Like even though we was like, contending for the league these past couple of years, you know how I knew we wasn't serious? When we didn't put that bid in for Harry Kane. If we had cojones, we would have put that bid in for Harry Kane, even though he comes from a rival. It just shows like, yo, we have balls. You know what I'm saying? But we're not serious.
That's a great point.
Standing ovation. See, people think I'm crazy when I say I just told Tony that yesterday. I said it was somebody this week. I said might have been on the panel, might have even been on with Lee. But I said that if we were flat out serious, you go and you put that bid in, even if it gets kicked back. You put the bid in. You go test their resolve. You put 185 on the table. Say, well, Levy, I'll tell you what. You say y'all want money, well, we got it. You gonna turn us down? What you gonna do? And then
Listen, at the end of the day, money talks, bullshit walks. This world is ran by money. Abramovich, right? He was ruthless. He would have put that bid in for Harry Kane. Once Harry Kane was available and Chelsea is the way it is right now, he would have put that bid in for Harry Kane because he has cojones. He has like that grit, like that aura about him. We don't have that aura.
Yep.
Yeah. To somewhat answer your question as well, I just had a quick little look, and the very first time we actually toured Africa was in Nigeria in 2012, and I don't think there's been many more that follows. It's an absolute disgrace, really, when you think about it, because I've got a lot of friends of African descent alone, and all of them are pretty much Arsenal fans. There's a huge fan base for this club out there, and the fact that they just completely neglect certain regions like that is just absolutely shambolic for a couple of pence. It's madness.
You have to realize that we're a small football club, but we're a massive business. And I think since we got that unknown genius from Grampus 8 all those years ago, we found ourselves in a position that we're not ready to be in. You know, if you look back at the history, when have we actually gone balls out and bought a world-class player in their prime? You know, things like that. When have we really spent big money on a player? We spent 100 million on Deckers, and it's like we're actually suffering for it now because with all of the repayments. Do you know what I mean? Like we never act that way. And the club's got all the infrastructure there. The fan base across the world, we make millions and millions. We're in the top 10 of world football of how much we make. Matty will know because Abs put it in the group chat about the Deloitte money rankings.
Yeah.
We are up there. We make too much money to be acting broke.
There's four players I can think of right now that I can only put in as a world-class player that when we brought him. That's Aubameyang, Alexis Sanchez, Mesut Ozil, and Santi Cazorla. They're the only four I can think of off the top of my head.
All of them had like funny circumstances behind how they went, though. You know, there wasn't a place at their former teams. You know, them teams wanted to get rid of them. Like, do you ever remember a time when we've gone out and bought someone world class in their prime?
Not in the modern era. Not in the modern era.
Not necessarily.
But check this out. They said that once we get in Championship League, in the Championship League, we were going to be able to attract world class players.
Yeah,
so that's how you know they pump out lies. They pump out narratives for the fan base. Listen, let me tell you something. When people say, "Oh, there's limited of strikers available," look, we could have got strikers. Like Mbappe was available at a point. Harry Kane was available. You know what I'm saying? So many. We should have got Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney should have never left Saudi Arabia. He's a Premier League proven player. He's prolific at goal. Like that's the. Come on, we could have got him for cheap because he was on a ban, for gambling. Like, come on, we don't have the cojones as a football club. We're not a serious football club.
If we had Ivan Toney at the beginning of the season, we'd probably be 6 points, 7 points, 8 points closer to the Premier League. We'll still be in the FA Cup and we'll still be in the Carabao Cup. Fact. Done.
Let's bring in Luis. How you doing, brother?
How you doing? You're right. You're right. I just wanted to make a quick comment. Appreciate the work you guys are doing and saying. Ultimately, I'm an Arsenal fan, but even me personally, myself, I've got 2 Arsenal tops from the last 10 years, and they weren't even tops that I bought. So I don't even put money into the football club, to be honest. I just feel like, literally, obviously, I just feel like it's just rinse and repeat. I think you can even pinpoint it from like Wenger days. You can always pinpoint where our season messes up, even injury. We didn't sign a player. We lost the Champions League game. It was demoralizing for the team. You can always pinpoint where Arsenal's season is going to go wrong. And for me personally, it's just I say it I'm an NBA fan. I'm an NFL fan too, and I say Arsenal are the Dallas Cowboys of the Premier League because we always flatter to deceive.
We getting close.
we do.
No,
We
no,
hype
no,
up the
stop right there.
fans. We
No,
make
no,
sure
no,
we get the
Louis,
money.
Louis,
We got
Lewis.
the name, the merchandise, the stadium, but ultimately we ain't
Lewis,
won nothing
stop
for
right there.
decades.
Stop right there. We are not the Dallas Cowboys of the NFL.
We are.
No.
Literally.
The reason why is because they were successful back in the day. Okay.
We were successful back in the day. We're not now.
No, we've only won but they keep winning it multiple times. We've won the
Yeah,
Premier League like 3 times in our history, right? So I probably look at us more as the Raiders. We were good back in the day, but
Raiders
we're
are worse.
terribly shit now.
Raiders didn't win anything since the 80s. Cowboys won something in what, 96?
Yeah, they hadn't won anything since the 90s. Cowboys hadn't won anything in the 90s.
Yeah.
If you want the truth, we getting closer to the Jets. We keep
Jets
on
too, yeah, Jets. You could say Jets.
Yeah.
But even Jets, they signed Aaron Rodgers. Who's our Aaron Rodgers? Who are we signing?
Nobody.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I want the team to do well, but it's like, I've just lost hope in it personally. Yeah. For me, it's predictable. It's predictable season. May, June, April is when we all mess it up in it. And then at the end of every season, we're all wondering, oh, if we just got this player, if we just had this player, if this had this cover, it would be different. I feel like it's just the same thing. And as well as getting Rosicki maybe as a football director, it's like just rinse and repeat. Really, it's like we're not learning. To be fair, I don't want to be like, say.
No, go ahead.
No, I said I don't want to be depressed about it, but it's just like, even like boardroom level, director of football level, like the guy was saying, we don't ever get the best. We get the C class, D class, E class. We're trying to. We don't get the world class players. We try and turn them into world class players. Even Arteta, we don't go out and get the best manager suited. We're gonna try and turn Arteta into Pep or Arteta into Wenger. It's like we always do the cheaper option. We always try and turn something into something that's not. We're always trying to get like you said, the hand-me-downs, the discounts. We're not serious. I personally wanted. You can call me crazy, but I never wanted Jesus. I said if you're gonna get Jesus, get I'm old school in it, so I believe Arsenal's old school 4-4-2. We was better that way. We win that way. We had a better defense. If we was gonna get Jesus, we should have got Tony with him. He can lay it off to Tony or whatever, play together. I never thought Jesus would have worked by himself up front personally. So I believe in like getting a big striker, little striker combination, sort of. I might be old school and outdated, but I think that works in English football.
You know what, Louis?
We've always had more than one striker. We've always had more than one striker. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, and
I hear what you're saying. I'm saying we've always had more than one striker, but I just don't think in this Premier League that we can have how can I put it, a little striker. Jesus isn't the biggest guy. He's not the strongest guy. You know what I mean?
Louis, you know what the thing is with the whole Jesus when we signed him, is that when you go look at his numbers, he was never prolific at City.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And that's why when we spend and people that goes under the radar. You know, because I guess it's because has a little flash about him. But you look at the output that he's had since he's been here. And we were all on Kai Havertz there when we said most of us was all on him, 65 million. Well, he was 52.
Yeah, it's true. I don't think he's even scored 10 goals for Arsenal this season yet, has he?
He hadn't. I think his highest output, I think, and I might be wrong. Static could probably know it. I want to say what 16?
What, Jesus?
15 goals at the most.
14.
14 goals. 14 goals. That's his highest output since he's been. 14
I thought he did like 7 or 8. I didn't realize he did 16.
14. Yeah, it's 14 goals.
14 league goals for Manchester City. Jesus.
No, I'm saying for Arsenal. For Arsenal. What's the most he's done for Arsenal?
Oh, 11.
11.
Oh, yeah. So I was close.
That was his first season when he joined.
Time out. Y'all got me at a loss of words. Did I hear you right? Did you just say since he's been at Arsenal, the most he scored a season for us?
It's 11, yeah.
Yeah,
I thought 11, 10-ish area.
Then the next season,
then
he got like 5 goals.
Look how well and Bomo and Tony worked.
Yeah, 11 goals.
Partnership.
52 million.
And he's only on like 20 grand less than Kai.
Crazy,
as well.
See, this goes back, gentlemen, and Predator. This goes back to what I was.
So can I just say one thing? Sorry.
Go ahead.
So, but for me, I like to watch like different leagues, and I think Santiago Jimenez would have been good. The Mexican guy.
Absolutely.
It would have been perfect for Arsenal.
he's better
Big
than
man,
Jesus.
can play it up, header. Like, what's going to go some corner? He's big and physical, but no.
How much do you get paid a year, bro? Because you got better scouting ID than our club. You know what I mean?
Legit, yeah.
I wish.
This goes
even
back
like
to,
players in Brazil, we've got a Brazil connection. We should be on that market. How's Man City getting better Brazilians than us? How are Chelsea getting better Frenchmen than us?
you know what?
It's mad, isn't it?
Sorry. Yeah.
This goes back to the money which has been given out to this manager. And I guarantee you, Edu and Arteta had to have a falling out. I bet you Edu had. I bet you the
100%.
players.
Oh, they definitely 100%.
As far as have probably got tucked away, they got a list. And it's crazy because you look at the players. Now you look at what Forrest was signing, prior to you hear Edu. Then you look at the players that are getting linked to go there. And you're like, well, wait a minute now. I know Forrest up there, and I know Forrest is a big club, but wait a minute. Bayana, what's some? You hear these names, and that's why I said this summer. When this summer come out, I want everybody to make sure you get a sheet of paper and a piece of and a pencil, and you write down who they are linked with, and then look at who we are linked with. And then if they turn around and get better quality players than we do, then we know what the problem was. We know exactly who the problem was, the alpha and omega of this football club.
If we're not too careful, Newcastle will start overtaking us. If we're not too careful, Newcastle, who used to say that Brentford don't get another Bournemouth don't get another few rich owners as well. That's what I'm saying. We don't capitalize. Like we try to do things on the cheap and then hope to get I won't say cheap, but like a Premier League. I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to do things on the cheap and just get like an easy or a lucky Premier League or a Champions League. And I'm like, you can't really do that anymore. It's like even we're gonna buy the right striker. What like are we gonna get the next version of Thierry Henry for 5 million? Those days are done, innit? Like if a young kid is rated really highly, it's already 60, 50 already.
Yeah,
we're not gonna buy anyone for 5, 10, 7 mil anymore.
Yeah,
with high potential.
And this actually came out yesterday, man. I think a couple of days ago, Arteta they asked him about a striker either after the game the other day, and he said, it was after the Zagreb game. He said, well, Havertz is on 14 goals in 22 games, so that pretty much lets you know if he keep giving you that number, he's letting you know that we don't really need a striker because he's doing what we need to do.
That's misleading compared to the fact he's only got 8 league goals this season.
Considering you bought
he's gonna die on. He's gonna die on that. He's gonna die on that Havertz hill. Like he knows, like Havertz deep down inside, he knows Havertz is a bad signing. But since like he wants to save face and kind of push that narrative that he's a good player, so he's gonna push out all these stats. Havertz, no bueno. Not an Arsenal player.
No bueno.
The thing, I think for me, I think we can do something in the Champions League, but it does depend who we draw or what because I see us getting to like this new format at least quarterfinals. It depends, but then if we play Inter Milan, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, then we're done. If we can avoid them, maybe to semis. I think we can get there, but that's my only hope this year. Champions League, only because the way it's set up.
With the new format, it's kind of like a tournament we have over in the States.
Yeah. No. Sorry. I watched your video with Laguna.
It's like
March Madness. No, I agree. But like you said, we could get a team that's in form that isn't good as well. But then we can get a team that is in form that's a elite club. So it's one of those ones. Because the way the big teams end up are falling, to be fair, in the competition. But I think that's my only shining. I think probably semi-finals. Then that would be it for us. I think maybe that's the bare minimum. If everyone comes back from injury and we play serious, then yeah. If not, if we go with what we got now, then I'll say last 16.
And this is why I don't understand why we're so hell bent on getting into the Champions League, because they never actually go out and try and win it. We're not seeing the Champions League money translating into quality players on the pitch.
Yeah.
And this is what I wanted to come on, and I'm going to leave to allow some other people to come on. So thank you, everyone. And
Yeah,
thank
I'm
you,
gonna go too as well. Yeah.
yeah, so big up, man. But I just wanted to say this, guys, yeah. All of this PR that the club is spitting out, we are good. FFP, PSR, YMCA, we are very, very, very good. Yeah, we don't have to worry about none of that stuff. So please stop believing this crap that the club,
Yeah.
the club is just doing a no frills as they've always done. It's in the history of the Arsenal. Yeah, and we're seeing it here live in the flesh. What other club, Sentiment FC, what other club do you know that can have a manager doing a live apprenticeship as he works?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
it's true.
Yeah, so if you want this club to be serious, guys, and this is the last thing I'll say, you have to start like my man said, he don't buy merch. I haven't bought merch in 15 years. You've got to stop supporting the club like that and stop expecting the club to act like a big club, because we don't act our wage, guys. And when you realize that, then you might have a better time in life. You can enjoy your life, not go grey, not lose your hair. Do you know what I mean? And try and enjoy football. Yeah.
Like my second team.
Much love, views. Appreciate you, man.
No,
Thanks for coming.
the thing I don't understand, my second team that I've always liked is Inter Milan. They don't have the biggest wage budget. Obviously, the league isn't as big as the Premier League, but it's the way they go about things. It's the way they like sign players, scout players. Even if they're going to give a manager like a Simeone Inzaghi the job, he came from Lazio, right? At least they had a competent director of football. Like, you know, like we don't even like we had a rookie director of football and a rookie manager expecting to win the Champions League. It's
could you imagine? You go into a player meeting, and then you turn up with Ato, and he's going to try to sell him on the club. You're going to try to sell him on what's going on at the club, man.
I think he's security. Who is he?
Yeah, exactly. But it just goes to show you how backwards this operation is being ran.
Yeah.
And then he has to have that yes man. This is why it's taking so long. Folks are like, well, why is it taking so long? Well, because nobody's going to want to come in and have their hands tied.
Yeah.
By a rookie, by a sham, by a shyster. And he's telling him, I want this player. Well, this is what you need. Yeah, but I want this player. Well, Sterling's not going to give you what we need. Well, we can go out and go get Jokeris now for 80 million. No. Sterling, I can get something out of Sterling. And we end up with Sterling.
The thing I don't understand is
he doesn't even play
I'm
Sterling.
a manager. I would understand my reputation is on the line. So maybe it's just me, my personality. I wouldn't just take that. I'd probably resign personally. If I was to ask the people that I couldn't get, I'd rather just walk. Forget the money at this point, because I'm a young coach trying to make it in the game, and if I'm not going to be given an opportunity to win, the record's ultimately going to fall on me, though. To be honest, so
the thing is, bro, sorry to cut in. The thing is, bro, he had a potential to do that before obviously he signed his new contract. That's what I thought he was waiting for. I thought he's waiting. What's the club going to do in the summer? Are they going to back me again? If not, then I'm going to walk to save my reputation. But he took the money, and when you take the money, man, it's like you got to take the hit now. So this is it. This is what he's done, man. But
he's getting paid. He's getting paid more than Simeone, right?
This is it, bro. Second in the world, I've seen behind Pep. Second in the world. He's not won a major. What are we doing?
He's won nothing. He's won nothing. And he to warrant that salary. And I'm gonna say this last thing before I go, right?
Yeah.
I hear a lot of Arsenal fans, especially earlier in Arteta's regime, they were saying, "Oh, give us a few years, we could contend. Give us a few years, we're gonna win. Nothing in life waits for nobody.
It's true.
Everything is about the now. Business, life, success, school, it's about now. When you wait in and you playing catch up with City and this team and that team's already gone past us. Chelsea, I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea finishes above us. Not in the Forest finish above us. It's ridiculous.
No, it's true. And I'm like, at this point, I'm just like, I pray to God that they don't lose to City at home and they catch up. Number point wise, it's just going to be embarrassing, man. We have to
whichever way you spin it. If freaking Liverpool win the league with Arne Slot under his first year, he needs to be sacked anyway. I generally think it'll be even worse if City. This is their worst season they've had under Pep. They've got 3 players in, 2 centre halves and another forward or another winger or some kind, and obviously they got Savio in the summer, who's an absolute baller. And And if they overtake us and end up winning the league ahead of Liverpool, there's gonna be anarchy.
That's why I said if you look at that performance that City put in the couple of nights ago, and people are laughing and lollygagging, I said, well, that's fine. I hope y'all enjoy it. I said, but they better not beat us.
Exactly. It needs to play like it's a cup final, because after what happened earlier this season, if they have a bad season and then beat us, we can never talk to them ever again.
Freddie, do you have a channel? Do you have a oh, she hung up. I was gonna ask her if she have a channel. She needs a channel. She needs a channel. But you know, you look at this whole thing. It's just been a mess from the start. I've been saying it all year long. All year long, I have been saying that this season we started off, we were unprepared. We were not prepared for the games at hand. We were short, 22-man squad, and so we knew we were short. And all the competitions we were in, new Champions League format, much harder. And then he turns around, and then he leaves the team destitute, and we've been destitute. And then for him to come out today and say that we're short, and it's like, brother, you said that in the summer. So where's the disconnect, brother? I know you get ready to scoot. Do you have a channel? You need a channel.
No, I don't have a channel, to be fair.
I'm talking to right here.
No, I'm gonna go now anyway.
Okay, Lewis, appreciate you, man.
Take care, man. Have a good one. Everyone. Peace.
You too, man.
Thanks for having me, guys. I don't have a channel, but I was thinking about making a channel because, like, there's so many. Like, there's a lot of female Arsenal fans, like, you know, but like I feel like a lot of them are like, you know, they slip under the radar. But you know, thanks for having me. I enjoyed talking to you guys today.
We need more voices. We need more voices. We need more real voices out here, man.
Definitely. All right. Ciao.
Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Peace.
Brought in here, we got brother Tony Claude is in the building. Louis, before you go, do you have a channel, brother? I think he froze. Yeah, he froze out. All right, yeah.
Matty, I need to say something. Unfortunately, Prita just left. I was just going to say, in response to, I hope she sees this. In response to what she said about Ancelotti, it's been reported that the rumors are actually false, that he's not going to be leaving at the end of the season. However, since we don't act like a big club anymore, which we really should. If we can act like a big club again, just test all football clubs that, like, you know, Ancelotti, Simeone, and so on, Inzaghi, and so on and so on. Just make an offer they can't refuse, and if you have to pay a compensation fee for him to buy out his contract so that he comes to Arsenal, do it. But we're too scared. Also too scared. Apparently we are scary and scintillating, but no, but for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. Brother Tony, welcome, my friend. We're talking about this. We had a discussion yesterday. We're talking about the state of the football club right now. I know where you stand, but you can kind of tell where, let the people know where you stand.
Yeah, big ups everyone. Yeah, of course, big up Static. Of course, I've had a few brush with the law with Static on my channel. You know, he's graced my channel, talked a lot about Arsenal. Big ups to Carl. Carl was I met Carl earlier in my YouTube career. I think me, him, Monte of Manchester United.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, Monte's channel. Yeah, and I mean, that was a different Tony Claude. Now this club has made me, you know, different. I'm now negative. I mean, I used to be a very positive person. But this club has made me negative. It has made me grumpy. It makes me toxic. And I hate it because I'm always the guy, yeah, that my friends call for inspiration. I'm always that guy that always call and say, you know what, yeah, Tony, cheer me up. You know, but when it comes to Arsenal, man, I mean, I've done it for how many years now? And this is where we are. And sometimes you just have to look into the mirror at times. You know, you just have to take that long look into the mirror and tell yourself the truth and just ask yourself, have we won trophies? The answer was no. Have we won the big trophies? The answer was no. Have we signed world-class players? The answer was no. Do we have a world-class manager? The answer was no. Are the owners taking their football club very, very seriously? The answer was no. Is the state of the club in good hands? The answer was no. Do we have scouts scrounging Europe looking for great signings to sign into this football club? The answer was no. Have the players improved under Mikel Arteta? My brothers, the answer was no. See, yeah, guys, no matter how you flip the script, yeah, as in just flip the script, in any version, in any alternate reality, you put this on, we are at a loss. The fan base is at a loss. We're losing because we're expending more, we're spending more money in ticket sales, we're buying all sort of merchandise, and we're not getting and reaping the rewards in this football club. We don't get to say kumbaya and sing the way Manchester City fans would just, ramp up and sing and listen to Wonderwall in the stadium and just cheer and jeer to everything. Arsenal fans are suffering. We have no trophies. And you know what? Yeah, I'm part of the biggest sufferers because I've grown up seeing this club a very, very successful club. I saw us win a Gold Cup. I saw us go invincible. See, man, I've seen lots of world-class players in this team. I've seen it. I'm an evidence of that. I grew up seeing this. And right now, and I can't even recognize the players that we even have right now. They're not even ready or worthy to done that shit. Good. Let's just fast forward things now, yeah. I was just coming back from work, Matty. Mind you, me and Matty had a very big show on my channel yesterday. I mean, lots of praises, lots of gospel spread on the channel yesterday. But see, Matty, while I was just watching Mikel Arteta's press conference for the Wolves game, Matty, he said something. Guys in the charts, just listen. Mikel Arteta said something. Matty, if this sounds new to you, please let me know. He said, we lack goals. Guys.
Hey, Tony. Hold on, Tony.
Do you think it is essential that you sign a forward, or would you be very happy?
Sorry, I don't share what?
The same sentiment that you have to sign a forward this month. Or do you?
Have I ever said no to a striker?
No, but you feel it's a necessity, do you?
How do you say that?
You do feel it's a necessity.
I don't understand the question.
Okay. I'm saying so many people outside the club seem to think that Arsenal have to sign forward this month.
So what is my opinion?
Yes.
That's what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay, my opinion is clear. We lost two very, very important players, Bukayo Saka and Gabi Jesus.
Oh,
So we lack goals, we lack people, we lack options in the front line. It's clear.
You clear?
Yeah, there you go, Tony.
Yeah.
There you go. Guys in the chat.
Tony, hold on here. I'm gonna let Tops, brother. I appreciate it, man. We have to link up.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Yeah, man.
Drop me a message. I'm available anytime, man.
Will do, man.
Big
Good
up to the panel. Big up everyone.
Big
man.
ups.
See you, man, later. Peace.
Yeah. Status got to roll out his way.
Yeah, I was just going to say in response to that, Arteta is channeling his Arsene Wenger there. You know, there's no one available. What do you look at me?
Kind off his nose
with the
spite his face.
Spanish Basque accent there.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, yeah.
Sorry, Tony. Matt, panel, thank you so much for having me on. Matt, it's been too long.
Brother.
It's been way too long.
This is why I want to
have. Static, are you leaving? Static, don't go. Why are you going, man?
You got
Stay.
You got
for a little bit, for a little while.
I'm supposed
Stay,
to
man. Stay.
Tony, I'm supposed to go back into work. But look, listen. Listen. I'll stick around for 5 more minutes and then I'll go, okay? I hear what you have to say.
Great.
That's what you have to say. It's been too long. So.
Great, man.
5 minutes, and I'll go.
5 minutes. I won't even take that much time. See ya, guys. Yeah, £750 million spent by this manager, and he dished out that stinker in that conference, talking about players that he hasn't signed, talking about players that he has lost the season already. I mean, when does this have to stop? Yeah, £750 million and no befitting striker, no replacement for Aubameyang in this football club. Make that make sense. As in, I've checked all alternative reality, and this doesn't make sense at the highest level. Even at the lowest level, it doesn't make no common sense. You've been giving funds. What have you done with those funds? Bukayo Saka is run down the ground. Who ran him down the ground? Many times you keep playing this player when he was injured. Many Arsenal fans kept saying, oh, let's just allow him play. I know he has his niggling injuries. Let's push him. Now the guy is injured. You never signed a replacement for Bukayo Saka in the first place. So when they're asking you these questions and you're channeling your inner Arsene Wenger, just like our brother Static said. I mean, you're making us, the Arsenal fans, look like fools round here, as if we've not seen, as if we've not witnessed these things, these sceneries before. Yeah? How can you say we lack goals when you were giving money to bring in players and you brought complete crap? Complete crap. Even the craps, we don't even have the crap in the football club. The craps are all loaned out. Guys, yeah, that Fabio Vieira, £40 million. Oh, bro, he's out. He's not in the football club. That's how bad we are. That's how bad we are.
And
Yeah, I have my reservations about Kai Havertz. I won't sit down here and say I've not defended Kai Havertz. I mean, he scored 14 goals. I'm not saying it's the biggest thing, but I mean, why don't you go into the market and bring in someone who will give us 20, 25 goals? Look at City, yeah? They are bringing in players in a proactive. I said this when I was with Matty yesterday. They're bringing in players in proactiveness. Why do we, as in they've made Arsenal fans here so toxic, so negative, that we're only thinking about bringing players in as cover. We're no longer talking about being proactive. How about, okay, competition for places? Not talking about cover. Not talking about vulnerabilities. Can he play in this wing? Can he play in this? Can he play multiple places in multiple positions all across the pitch? No, they're not talking about that. Tap, boom, we just signed Erling Haaland to a new slave contract. Good. Do we need any more signings? Yes. We'll go bring Mamouche, the Egyptian pharaoh, and bring him in. That's more goals. Arsenal will be facing a more different Manchester City when we face them in the next 2 weeks. Guys, let that sink in. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. A very, very different Manchester City side. We're in trouble, Matt. We are in trouble. See, Matty, it's 7 more days to the end of the transfer window on your football club. Carl, my football club, your football club. Static, your football club hasn't signed anyone. No replacement. No one. No, absolutely no one. And they're haggling. They're just acting, yeah, in the transfer window. No one is going to come. You can imagine me and Matty always do lots of transfer shows. This season, we've ceased to do anything. We don't even have the ambition to do anything. That's the cost of this manager. That's because of this football club. They are the bigger problems. We need to cut the head of the snake. Mikel Arteta, go off. The crunk is, do you need gains? Do you need profit? Because the Americans, I know, when they put money into a business, they want profit. How come do you leave this guy here? This Oreo here to keep managing, to keep buying useless players that don't even have any turnover at the end of when they want to sell them? For how long would you keep churning out losses for the owners? And the owners will gobble this up and take it. Static, man, you can take it up from here, man. It's painful. This thing's painful. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts.
It's absolutely
It's painful.
Yeah.
It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace, Tony. It's a disgrace, and this is why I said this whole season. And see, our fan base. Soon as we didn't lose the game, you got a section of the fan base. Oh man, we didn't lose the game to Villa, man. What are y'all complaining about? It was a draw. It's the manner of the draw. It's repeating the same problems that we've seen the last 5 years under this manager. 4th to 5th, Sporting Lisbon, Olympiacos. We've seen this over and over. I told you yesterday, Tony. The man has not learned from any of his mistakes. None of his mistakes. Somebody, I'm getting feedback. But we're getting the same issues that we had with this manager years ago, even last year, even back in November, October. Brighton, he the same problem with Brighton back to back this year, back to back. And as you stated, we're going to be playing a different team next weekend, a different Manchester City, and people are going to be looking around like, well, how did this happen? And I'm going to tell y'all, because y'all did not put any pressure on this ownership. Y'all did not put any pressure on this manager. What were they saying when the season started, Jim? They were saying what? 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. He's going to unlock Calafiore. Calafiore is going to give us a new dimension.
We're going to win. We're going to win the league this season.
We're going to win the league. This is it. Yeah, this is it. We come up to the city.
It's the same.
1-1-5. You heard all that stuff. Fixed bench. Everything. You heard it all. And now all of a sudden, everybody's team has changed. Well, we need to get a striker.
Buying Calafiore, Matt, was the same retread that we did a while back when we had also had another World Cup where a certain player was absolutely fantastic. Lucas Torreira. When we bought him in, he had quality about him. The problem was though he was homesick. You know, he was away. He didn't want to. He wasn't enjoying life in England. That's why he moved back to Italy. That's why his performance dropped off because he wasn't enjoying his time in England, which is understandable. Calafiore is just shit.
Carl,
speaking of Torreira, can I just say, mate? Sorry to interrupt.
I was just gonna say this. Is that
yeah? Go on.
I just want to say this. Is that we talked about this yesterday. The summer we got Havertz. And Stag, you was there. Stag was on the panel. You have to get. We kept saying Rice and Salcedo. That's all we kept saying the whole summer.
Yeah,
duo right there.
Yeah, we were like, you got to get both of them. You can't get one without the other. You got to get both of them. And what did he do? Instead of getting Salcedo, he said, "You know what? I'm going in for Kai Havertz," which was clueless because he had we know for a fact that they had went in for Salcedo and got turned back. We wanted to do what? Keep good relations. That's what it was. We'll keep good relations, but they never went back.
You know, we could have bought him for £75 million, but then of course Chelsea bought him and they paid £110 million, something like that. What a missed opportunity that was. I was going to say, now Marmoush, he's not someone I would prefer to have at Arsenal. However, there were reported rumours that Arsenal were flirting in terms of being interested in signing him. Well, if that's the case, it's not a player I would sign. But if you want the player, go and get him, Arsenal. But look, you paid the price yet again, and he's now joined Man City. All you do is just stalling, and then
Stack. At the end of the day, what with Marmoush coming in, it couldn't have been any worse. It really can't be any worse. You've got to think logically here. We ain't got any gunmen up top, so if you get Marmoush in, as I said, you can't do any worse than that.
Yeah, I agree.
See, yeah, guys. Yeah, I mean, Carl, Static. See, I really do think that this football club, they've messed us up in the head. Everyone here now is talking about a striker. Look deep. Look at the mirror, guys. Yeah. Do you think if a striker comes into this football club, let's say even a striker that even should score 30, 35 goals in a season, maybe he makes his way up here. Do you think that solves the problem in this football club?
No.
Guys, this is how they've messed up our heads. A striker cannot do the job for us. It's more than that. It's more than that. Guys, we still have Martin Odegaard in this football club who's supposed to be the creator in chief. How many assists? Matty, bring the numbers out. I mean, let's go by evidence. I mean, I'm a numbers guy, but let's go through the evidence. Matty, pull the numbers up. Pull the numbers up. Because out here, we're talking about a striker, and it's not the problem. It's not even the only problem we have. We have Martinelli who's dishing out stinkers in the start of the season. Even last season, stinkers. Trossard looks like a player completely drenched in goat blood. I mean, when have you seen Trossard put up a befitting performance in this football club? Throw away that goal he scored the last time. When?
Tony,
guys, all across the positions in the field of play with Arsenal, we have big, huge problems. And we have air because this football club has messed us up in the head. They're making us think that, a striker will come in and it changes everything. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. No. Matty, read the numbers. Read the numbers. Martin Odegaard. The assist king. Read it.
Matt, hold on. I need to respond to Tony. Sorry. I just want to say, Tony, I actually did say at the start of this show, I did say that we should also sign another cam, a number 10, as well as a left winger.
Okay.
Which ironically, that's what Emmanuel Petit has said, which I totally agree. Because that's what we lack right now. But yeah, Go on, Matty.
So so you look at these numbers. See, Arteta think he's slick. So you have to watch
I've seen these stats.
Yeah, you got to watch Arteta. You got to watch Arteta because he'll say stuff like average has got 14 goals out of 22 games this year. And it's time to the super fan, they'll go, "Oh yeah, man, he's on fire. 14 goals in 22 games. That's amazing."
We don't need a striker, but we don't need a striker now.
And then when you look over in the Premier League, Carl, you called it. When you look over in the Premier League, what do you see? We almost in February.
Eight goals in the league, and we're halfway, more than halfway.
Matty, how many assists does Odegaard have? How many has he got this season? The assist king. How many does he have this season?
Let's see. Where is he at here? I got to go look for him. That tell you all you need to know. 3.
Matty, I've got 20/20 vision, mate. But can you zoom in a little bit, please? I'm struggling to read the screen.
All right, let me.
Thank you.
Let me.
Whilst you do that, Matty, guess what? James Maddison has 8 league goals this season.
That's better. Thank you.
Okay.
James Maddison has 8 league goals this season, and Odegaard has what? Let's see, 1? No, he probably got 3 or 4 this season.
I told y'all when Saka went down, he was the assist leader in this team. Saka had 10 assists when he went down. When he went down, the assist went with him. Trossard is at 4. Declan Rice is at 3. Martinelli is at 3. Brother, this team is destitute and devoid of creating anything but a mess.
Matty, we're bare bones. Call a spade a spade. We're bare bones. We are bare bones.
Watch it.
It's empty.
Watch
We're vampires. It's dead. It's over. We're bare bones.
Look at the Carabao
Let's call a spade a spade.
Look at the
We're bare bones.
Look at the return in the Carabao Cup. And people talking about going up to Newcastle. Look at the return in the Carabao Cup. Jesus, he's out. He's gone.
Mate, just went to. Yeah, I agree. Sorry, mate. Sorry to interrupt, right? I just want to say before you went to those stats, I did quickly see Odegaard. He 1 league goal all season.
Oh my days! And
Maddison has 8 league goals, and that ends the debate. Oh, Maddison versus Odegaard. As I've said this before, I've said this many times to people. Maddison is a 10. Odegaard is an 8. The end.
Yes, and people said I was absolutely mad for saying I would want Maddison over Odegaard, and I said no because I've seen Maddison play, and he is a quality player. When he's obviously when he's obviously not injured. When he's not injured, he's a quality player.
Yeah, of course.
I think that was what put them off because of his injury history. Have you seen our injury history? It was not much better.
Odegaard has only total 31 assists in his entire Arsenal career. And it's 25.
And he's been here for over 3 years. I mean, 3-4 years now.
In 175 games. Wow.
Shocking. Are you guys just seeing those numbers? Those numbers are horrible. Horrible. And you know what? Yeah, the assist king doesn't even have up to 3 assists this season. Matty, that was the numbers I actually really wanted. Because we don't even want him to score goals. Just do the bare minimum. Just do the basics. So if we're going by the basics, don't score me goals, no problem. Yeah, we have someone to score goals, no problem. Get me your assist numbers. He hasn't assisted in the league up to 3 times this season.
Hey, I'm gonna read it again. I want people to let this sink in. Odegaard has only total 31 assists his entire Arsenal career, 175 games. Out of 175
king
of professional football at Arsenal Football Club.
I'm trying to look this up, Matty, in case this is true.
Yeah,
I think he's not. He probably isn't going to be far off. I think the best one. I think I had Thierry only had was like 20 assists in the 2002 season when we won the double.
That's correct, Carl. 20 assists.
This is shambolic. See, this goes.
That's correct, Carl.
This goes under the radar. And when you watch him, this is why this year, people when they were going, oh, I mean, he's coming back. The creative spark, he's coming back. He's coming back. And then I kept, when we were sitting in December and November, and we do these shows and stuff, I would pull up them stats. And once again, you would see this right here. This is what you would see. You go over there, we go to the league, and then you look, and then you see this right here. You see Bukayo Saka. 10. Odegaard. At that time, he was way down there. He's still down there. 3.
3.
And he signed a new deal a couple years ago, by the way. People forget about that too. People forget about that too. We stuck with him for a while. And right there, SG called it. SG even just right on time. SG. And he earns £240,000 a week. For what?
Yeah, pounds.
For who? Doing what?
Yeah. Nothing.
Nothing.
Just wasting away.
This football club
flipping his hair, snotting away. I mean, it's useless at this point. I mean, this is no longer funny, guys. It's no longer funny because I see it. I see the future now. It's useless, guys. It's no more funny again. It used to be funny. It's no longer funny. This is serious. We're in big problems.
Look over here. Look at
It's
this.
better to laugh and cry, Tony. Trust me.
Look at this right here.
Laugh and cry.
Look at this right here. Look at this right here. In the Champions League. Bro, I'm telling you, we are, you talking about getting by? We are getting by. We're getting by right now.
Matty, we're winging it this season.
We're winging it, bro. Hey, Static, we're winging it across all competitions.
Yeah.
Across all competitions. It looked like, see, this is what I'm saying. When you have to pull back every layer of Arsenal. And this is what our fan base don't do. They refuse to go and pull back the layers and analyze it for what it is. They just rather drink. They just rather do this. Just drink the Kool-Aid. You just drink the Kool-Aid and keep drinking. Oh, just keep drinking it. Just keep drinking it. That's what they prefer to do. But when you look at this stuff like this right here, these kind of numbers, not XG and all that junk they talk. When you look at cold hard facts, the cold hard facts are we've played 7 games here in the Champions League, and Kai Havertz has only scored 4 goals. And we get ready for the knockout rounds. So if it takes 7 games for him to score 4 goals, when we get into a tie where it's a 2-legged tie, what you think? Like, Saka ain't here. He was the second leading scorer in the Champions League. He was on 4. Martinelli 1, Trossard 1, Magalhaes 1, Declan Rice 1, Odegaard 1. After that, it dries up. You ain't got nothing. We are destitute. And the manager admitted this summer, he said, we are short. To achieve perfection, we need bodies in places. And what did he do? What did he just say? What did he just say today? What did he say today? Y'all heard what he said today. What did he say? I will play it again for you if I can find it. I might have took it down, but y'all heard it. Y'all heard what he said. I will play it again. I will play it again.
You clearly don't share that same sentiment. Do you think it is
Let me take this down here so we will get the copyright.
essential that you sign forward, or would you be very happy?
Sorry, I don't share what?
The same sentiment that you have to sign forward this month, or do you?
Have I ever said no to a striker?
No, but you don't feel it's a necessity, do you?
How do you say that?
You do feel it's a necessity.
I don't understand the question.
I'm saying so many people outside the club seem to think that Arsenal have to sign forward this month.
So what is my opinion?
Yes.
That's what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay, my opinion is clear. We lost 2 very, very important players, Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Jesus. So we lack goals, we lack people, we lack options in the front line. It's clear.
And when you look at something, manager, when you look at something with this manager, there's something deeper there that'll go past you if you don't catch it. The manager said, Stack, I'm gonna turn over in just a second. Yeah. He said, we had. Let me just zoom it back just a tad here.
Matty, all I wanted to say was, will there's no striker available? Yeah.
Watch this now. I'm gonna do you like I do Tony. I have to drop a bomb on you in a second. You gotta catch it. This is why I said when you this manager, you gotta catch it. You gotta listen to him real close. Watch this.
lost two very, very important players, Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Jesus. So we lack people, we lack options in the front line. It's clear.
So he brought those two names up. Why did he bring those two names up? He's telling you that if those two didn't go down, we wouldn't even be having this discussion anyway. We wouldn't even be talking about it.
Exactly. As in, let that sink in. As in, let that sink in. If those guys were still not injured, we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now about, oh my days, man.
Yeah, so there would be no Steph-Go talk. There'd be none of that. And it goes back to earlier static when we were talking and we were talking. I think it might have been Tops or somebody brought up about a player coming in. It's gonna be somebody we could care less about, even if they brought anybody in. It'll be we've been saying it for the last 2 weeks. I wouldn't be surprised either if it's Rashford. Rashford to come in. It's gonna be somebody because they're building it up.
No,
they've been leaking out. They've been leaking out all week by Sesko. The club, Red Bull. Now he ain't going nowhere. Well, we tried to get Sesko, so we had to get the best available option that was out there for us, which is not the best available. So you know what they're gonna do? I told y'all they were gonna do it with your boy, Sterling, and then he fits right in.
That'll be an excuse.
But Matty, see, this is a big indictment on this manager, and this is what people are not willing to see. Like, it's good and okay to say the signings that he has brought are not good signings when you look at Calafiore, when you look at Merino. I watched Merino play in Real Sociedad. I mean, he's not the best player out there, but he was a very, very decent player. He's a decent player. I mean, he comes down here and he looks completely drab. Mai, this manager can't manage. It's as simple as that. Good and okay. Let's assume that the players he brought in are that bad. I don't think Calafiore is that bad. I just really believe that he's not being coached properly. Good and okay. Throw that all away. How about the players that we have right now? How many of those players have actually improved under this manager? Let's just start from there before we even start talking about the other players he's brought in. Has Martinelli improved? No.
Nope.
Has Trossard improved? No. Has Martin Odegaard improved? No. Has Gabriel Jesus improved? God damn, see, guys, it's the whole team. None of them have improved. Let's be frank. So why would we even start thinking about Calafiore and Merino? We have a dead manager. He can't manage. He has proved it that he cannot manage in terms of his in-game management. When we lost that game, I count it as a loss. When we drew that game against Aston Villa 2-2, in-game management 0. How about the fitness levels of this team? He's mismanaged all of them. He's mismanaged Bukayo Saka, right? He's running down the ground, no replacement. How about the fitness levels of Gabriel Jesus? That guy already has 2 ACL injuries at Arsenal Football Club. See, he's not good as a manager technically. He's not good as a manager mechanically. He's not good as a manager in terms of managing the fitness levels of this team. He hasn't improved any of these players. Which of our attacking players have this man actually improved? And you cannot, it will be very, very unfair if we add Bukayo Saka down there, because Bukayo Saka is a player that is gifted, naturally and technically gifted as a player. So we don't even have to put him into that equation. So we have to remove him. Out of all those attacking players that he has been able to bring into this football club, how many of them have improved? The answer is 0. So therefore, I don't think it's even wise to even give any more money to this manager to spend in the transfer window.
Tony,
why would we want to give this manager any more money to spend when he can't even do the basics?
Tony, I want to get Macy in here because we're gonna wrap up in just a little bit here. Macy, how you doing, brother?
Big up, man. Great to be on your show. I mean, the last time I wanted to come on your show, I used my mobile, but unfortunately there was a bit of a problem with it. So I'm using my laptop for the very first time on your show. So yeah, great to be on your fan cam, Matt. And yeah, like I said, this manager is just out of his depth, because that win against Dynamo Zagreb yesterday, I didn't really enjoy that because we were playing very slow against them and we didn't even create one chance apart from the first goal that we scored. And Declan Rice took his goal well, so he deserves a lot of praise for the game. But Kai Havertz and Odegaard yesterday were absolutely dross, and people can say that, oh, but Kai Havertz got the assist with the opening goal. I don't care. He's been poor, and I don't care if he got the second goal, because that will like absolutely put the crack on this football club, because the fan base will start saying, oh, we have Kai Havertz as our striker. We don't need another striker. It shows the level of this football club, because the fan base are happy with the fact that the mediocrity is still out there. And Odegaard for the third goal, I didn't really cheer for his goal because he was absolutely crap in that game. And that goes to show you how poor of a captain he is. People still come out and defend him, and Arteta as well. I mean, Arteta keeps saying that he relies on Havertz and Jesus as his two main strikers. Bro, you do realize that your strikers aren't clinical enough at scoring one good goal, because they always tend to miss huge opportunities. And you really think that them two are the keys to the reason as to why we might challenge for the league, but we're already out of the league, of the title race. So I think now it's just we're in for another top 4 race yet again, because this manager doesn't really care about any trophies. All he cares about is another top 4 race. And once we get back to the Champions League, he'll ask Josh Kroenke and the rest of the board. He'll say, Josh, now that my team are back in the Champions League, I can get some more money to get more world-class players. And then Josh will say, here you go, Mikel, here's some more money. We'll load you up some new players, and then this Champions League will be your season, Mikel. I mean, I'm just sick and tired of Mikel Arteta and those board punks, Tim Lewis, Richard Garlick, and those Cronkies. I mean, do they even really care about trophies? Because all they care about is the fact—
Hold on, Macy. I'm going to cut you off. I mean, come across you. That right there. Tony, what did I tell you yesterday? I said, this is what needs to change. This is when you talk about Arsenal going forward. We know the transfer window is shutting down. We don't expect anybody. Macy, what Macy just said right there is straight gold. See, that went past him. We need to start asking about art. What are y'all trying to do? Are you looking to be successful? What is the ambition? This is the question you should ask any top gunner, any super fan, any panel. You go, what is the ambition of this football club going forward? What do you want to do? If you want to compete for top 4, then just say you want to compete for top 4. If you want to win trophies, then say you want to win trophies. We need to start getting black and white answers when you start dealing with these folks. Stop goofing off with people. Stop trying to well, Odegaard did this. He did. No. Do you want to win trophies, or do you want to be a top 4 team? And in that you will get your answer. Because if we just want to be top 4, then everybody on this panel can just get up every other weekend a month. Every once a month, watch a game. You can just 3 months check in, see how everything's going. Because then you know what we're going for, top 4. That means we're not taking anything serious. So that means you don't have to be emotionally invested. If they say we want to win trophies, then now we got a standard to go by. Mason, I didn't mean to cut across you, but I just wanted to hit that point right there, brother.
Yeah, it's okay, man. It's just I really want this manager out of my football club, because he has absolutely turned this football club into a PR agency with the rest of the PR around him every single week. And they always ask him every question that don't even make sense about the injured players and all these other stuff. And that none of these journalists are asking him, do you need signings in January? Because you're already sure on the likes of Bukayo Saka, who is still injured. And none of these journalists have the guts to ask this manager, do you need any signings in January? And then Mikel will just cut to that question and say, I don't know, next question. Like, it's just he's too afraid to ask the journalist if he wants a signing, because he's just happy with the players that he's got, and he's absolutely destroyed every one of them players' confidences into the ground. And I can guarantee you, once we end the season trophyless yet again, all the fans will start to wake up and realize that this manager ain't qualified to getting them a trophy or maybe another Champions League. So they'll have to start opening their eyes to the truth. And the truth is, this manager wasn't good as a footballer, and he's not good as a manager. So they have to start growing a backbone and start realizing that this football club will never ever achieve the glories of it once did with the invincible season, and it will never be the football club that it was 22 years ago when we won the Premier League with the legends of the football club. Ori, Vieira, Bergkamp, legends, top quality legends, not PR players like Odegaard, Martinelli, Trossard, Kai Havertz. They're not quality, and they're not. And these imbecile fools want to compare the players that we have today to the players of the past. Like, they want to compare Odegaard to Bergkamp, Martinelli to Perez, Havertz to Van Persie, and all these other legends. Like, I just don't get it, Matt.
Can we get players to start playing like Eduardo? Can we get players to start playing like Cesc? Can we get players to start moving like some of these guys? People talking about legends. I ain't even talking about legends. Can we get basic 08, 09 football out of this?
Alex Song.
Can we get the basics down first before we start going all the way down?
Alex Song.
Can we get that?
Matty, I'll soon be leaving. I'll be leaving now, but I just want to leave you with something. I'll be leaving now, but I just want to leave you guys with something before I go. Matty, this is the bigger picture, because I'm looking at the bigger picture. But many people are looking at now, and I'm looking at what's going to happen after the season ends. Matty, William Saliba, his head is already turned. He might leave to Real Madrid by the end of the season. Good. Throw that all away. Yeah? Throw that all away. At the end of the season, Tierney will believe it. At the end of the season, Zinchenko will believe it. He might even leave by this January transfer window. Yeah, guys, yeah? He might even leave. Guys, this is just three. This is three. Trossard has refused to sign a new contract at Arsenal Football Club. Maybe he's beginning to see the light. Maybe he's seen that he's not improved as a player since he joined this team. That's number 4. See, yeah, guys, yeah. With the way I'm seeing it, Gabriel Jesus might not get a new lease of life in this football club. He might be shipped to Brazil. See, yeah, guys, I've just mentioned about 4 to 5 players leaving the football club. Do you think Arsenal is going to get 5 players in the summer? We're already short as it is right now. Do you think Arsenal is going to get up to 5 players to replace what is going to leave as a must? The name of the players I've just released to you, they would leave by the end of the season. I do think Saliba will leave the football club by the end of the season. See, yeah, when Real Madrid knocks on your door, that's a different kind of knock. It's like a thief in the night. When they come, you know they're there. Real Madrid, when they knock on your door, you don't say no. He would leave by the end of the season. Then he will leave by the end of the season. Zinchenko will leave by the end of the season. Trossard will leave by the end of the season. He hasn't resigned a new contract. All these players are going to leave. And that will leave players like Bukayo Saka looking at himself, looking at the mirror, yeah? At the man in the mirror, yeah? He's going to look at the mirror and say, you know what, yeah? All these players are finding their way. How come haven't I won a major trophy and I'm wasting my time in this football club? I have to leave to go get a trophy. I have to leave. Martinelli would do the same thing. I've not improved in this football club. I think I have to weigh my options. This is what is going to happen. Do you think Arsenal is going to sign up to 4 to 6 players in the summer since we're not getting any signings right now? Matty, we all know the answer to that, innit? Carl, thank you very much. Macy, it was nice to hear you. And Mr. Cole, big up to you. Maybe next time I'll get to have a grip of what you have to say, man. I'll watch the show on playback to hear what you guys have to say. Big up to all of you guys. You can join me on 20 o'clock Gunner TV. is no longer a partner I work with down here. You know, is more of a big brother and a friend to me. You know, right now, and I would do lots of stuff, share lots of stuff together, man. Big up to you, Matty, for giving me the opportunity to be here. Carl, it's nice to see you again after all this while. Hopefully, I get to send you something so that we could get to get up some few shows and get some things out of our chest. You know, into the shows, and I'll reach out to you very soon, man. Big up to you. And Macy, nice to meet you, brother. Nice to meet you, man. And I like your charts, man. Big up to you, man. Big ups.
All right. We're gonna go ahead and start wrapping things up here. I want to get Mr. Cool in before we shut it down. He'll be the last one here. Then we'll say our goodbyes. And then we're gonna redirect. We're going to redirect over to the good brother Dan Potts, and then we'll go see what he's talking about. Mr. Cool Bus man, what's your thoughts on this shambolic display that we've seen this season, just this season, and even this window?
I checked out last season. I checked out from last season. You understand? I don't really have faith in this manager from the get-go because I don't know why we don't go and think something established. You know, who's done the work, who's proven. You know, so I checked out last season because it don't make no sense putting your heart into something. You're not reaping the rewards. You understand?
Yeah. I think the year before last did it for me. I never really thought he was the man, but the fact that you ball an 8-point lead.
Yeah, I forget about that. Yeah.
Should have been sacked because that was probably one of the most embarrassing things that I've seen in a while. You know, for years people used to joke about Steven Gerrard slipping on the banana peel. Well, what if he slipped on a banana peel? What did we slip on? We were 8 points clear. And I told people I hate Tony Love because Tony will tell you I said we're gonna look back in 2 years, and I said the pain of us missing out on that title 8 points clear is the pain that people will feel that pain for decades to come if we don't do anything up under this manager.
100%. This manager.
Last season when we beat Manchester United 1-0, and then Kai Havertz and Paul Merson. Kai Havertz said, if Tottenham beat Manchester City, he said that, if Tottenham do beat Man City, I may get myself a Tottenham tattoo. Paul Merson even said that as well, because when we beat Manchester United 1-0 at Old Trafford, Paul Merson at Gillette Soccer Saturday, he said to the whole world, he said, if Tottenham do beat Manchester City, I may as well get a Tottenham tattoo. Like, the disrespect from those pundits, bro. Like, they're just hoping that Arsenal can win the Premier League, but they realize that this manager ain't qualified to do that.
Yeah.
This manager sus. From the time when he's trying to sell Gabriel, putting Partey right back, you know, all these things. I just can't stand this manager.
All these Bandulu signings, man.
Just makes no sense what he's doing. Just makes no sense.
Yeah, the man wastes a whole heap of money in a brother.
Exactly.
Yo, money that we're not gonna see.
Yeah,
I understand. We're paying for it now because what the narrative is that we ain't got no money because of what's his name, Rice, and all this foolishness that's coming out of their mouth. No, listen. Yo,
all
just
right.
bear mind, see how Arsenal is right now, yo.
Yeah. I think people the worm is starting to turn, man.
And people that are running the club, you understand, they're making it like a joke thing, where there's more emphasis on like a little movie for the rubbish signings that we get, and they do some fringe. Oh, how long have you loved Arsenal and all them bomb up that fucker there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all PR, man. It's all PR.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Hey, that's all good, brother. Hey, as I stated earlier, this is an adult channel, so kids, parents, be aware. There will be a couple of F-bombs flying around, so just you know, it is what it is. Carl, tell everybody where they can find you at, brother.
Yeah, you can find me on my YouTube channel, Gundown UK. I've been off for like the last 5-6 months during dealing with some personal issues. But I'm hopeful by next month I'll be back up and running again. So keep me out on that. You'll find me on X, KB Arsenal Pats 32, and you can also find me doing the podcast that I host for, which is just behind me, Patriots Touchback, all to do with the New England Patriots. That's my little side project, and you find me in a lot more calmer fashion on there than what you see me doing when it comes to Arsenal. But yeah, that's where you can find me. And big up to the panel, big up to everyone that's been on, and yeah, I don't hold any hope for getting a striker in the next week.
Nothing at all. Macy, I know you in the chat, brother, but do you have a channel yet, Macy? You got
not really, Matt, but I do always come on I always come on a show like Northside, for example, like if on his match reaction, because every like game that we play, after the game, he always puts out a match reaction and he invites anyone to join in, and I always am the first to join in his channel. So yeah, so big up to Northside, and like I said, this is my first time on your channel, Matt, and it's a pleasure to be on your channel. And to talk about what kind of mediocrity the football club has become since we've moved to the Emirates, and I really want change at this football club, and I'm not stopping until change does come back, because this manager really has got to start leaving, because he's turning this football club into a circus, and it's just like I just really miss the football club that I supported when I went back in the Invincibles, and that was the best year, and I want that year back.
Sweet, man. But appreciate you, brother. Mr. CB, do you have a channel, man?
No, I don't have a channel. I don't want to be found.
You're gonna drive the buses. I got you, my friend.
I'm watching your shows, and I'm in Curtis's show as well.
All right, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, brother. I appreciate you, man, coming through, man. Everybody in the come again.
I said you lot don't mince your words. You just say it straight.
Hey, bro, that's how it got to be, man. I'm from the old school. It is what it is. You gotta call it like you see it. And when it stinks, it stinks, man. You know, I give props when it's due. But when we're not doing what we're supposed to do as a football club, then it has to be called out, man. And that's just the facts of the facts. And a lot of people have got to start doing that. And it's going to have to take a lot more of us. This is why I tell anybody thinking about on the offense about getting a channel, man, get a channel. We need more voices out there. We need people calling it like it is, because too many channels out there catering to crap when it needs to be called out. So, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, I want to say thank you for joining us this morning, this afternoon, this evening, wherever you are in the world. We appreciate it. We're going to redirect over to my boy Dan Potts. Y'all make sure y'all go and support Dan. And when you go in, tell him Southern Gooner sent you. All right, we're out. Peace.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Southern Gooner here on YouTube